Hey, this is Victor Antonio, and I want to do a follow-up video to my last video called What's the Value? Now, if you recall in the last video, I talked about, let's say you have a product and the product has certain bells and whistles, right? And I said features are what goes into a product, features, but what you derive from the actual product are benefits, right? And let's say this product has 1 to 5 different benefits that can benefit the customer. The problem is the customer is always left wondering, how do these benefits really help me? And it's our job, as I mentioned in the last video, to quantify that value. You quantify the value by tying your benefits to one of 3 things. How can the customer increase their revenue? How can they reduce their cost? Or how will these benefits help them expand their market share? Okay? Increase revenue, reduce costs, expand market share. Now, I got a great question from one of my subscribers who said, well, Victor, what if I don't sell a product, but I sell a service? Great question, right? What if I sell a service? How does this apply? The answer is, in the case that we're going to talk about right now, this does not apply. The gentleman's service is martial arts. He's a martial arts instructor, has a martial arts school, and that definitely is a service. So how does this model apply? How do we quantify value? Well, we have to kind of change the model just slightly, but it still works. Instead of increase revenue, reduce costs, or expand market share, one of the things we can emphasize in this case for martial arts is, first of all, how does it help the client physically? Okay? How does being in martial arts help the client physically? How does it help them psychologically? I missed a Y there. Psychologically. And then how does it help them financially? Now I know that should be an F, but I put PH. I wanted 3 P's, so there it is. Haha. Anyway, let's walk through it again. Physically, what I would say is, as I talk about my service, how does it help the customer physically? Well, first thing I would do is talk about health, how martial arts can help them with their health. Maybe keep them physically fit, stay in shape, and maybe less visits to the doctor, right? Less doctor visits because they're healthier, because they're staying in shape. So in other words, this is going to save them money. So instead of 2 visits a year, maybe it's only 1 visit a year, okay? 1 time. How is it going to help them psychologically? Well, when you start feeling good about yourself physically, you're probably going to start feeling very good about yourself psychologically. So maybe now you're more focused. Maybe now you're more goal-oriented. You're motivated to do more. You're feeling good about yourself. And guess what? All this ties into optimism, which allows you to really get more done. Last but not least is, how do you tie it into financially? Well, Mr. Customer, if you're physically fit, you're psychologically ready to go, financially, how's that going to help you? Well, let's say you have a job. You're going to be more productive. You're going to get more done. Get more done. And because you're going to get more done, one of 2 things is going to happen. You're either going to get a raise, or you're going to produce more, and make more money. Okay? So, Mr. Customer, if I were selling martial arts services, physically, this is going to help reduce your cost in terms of doctor visits. You're going to be healthier. But psychologically, you're going to be more focused, more motivated, more optimistic. Spend more time with your family. Mr. Customer, could you ever put a value on that? And then from a financial standpoint, if you're physically fit, psychologically well, financially, you're going to be in a better position because you're going to be able to be more productive. You're going to get more done, and maybe you'll produce more, make more money, or if you have a job, you'll get a raise. So, Mr. Customer, can you now see how being in martial arts really does impact all aspects of your life? Get the idea? This is how you want to position your service. So again, tie the service into physically, how's it going to help them physically, how's it going to help them psychologically, and then maybe begin to wrap this up with financially, how it could also impact them. So you're really hitting all 3 aspects of the client's life. And this time, they're not going to question how it's going to impact. It's going to become very obvious that martial arts is a good thing and they're going to buy, or at least be more likely to buy. This is Victor Antonio, always reminding you, selling ain't hard when you know how. Take care.
Every manager can feel it. The difference between a motivated, value-driven sales team and one that's stuck in a rut. CEOs know the difference too. They can see it clearly in the profit and loss columns. The question is, how do you get your team to this elite level? Is there something extra you can do to break through the remaining resistance and equip them with the right mindset to grow your business? Yes, there is. But you're not going to do it with one of those cheesy inspirational speakers or some self-proclaimed guru. What you need is someone with a real business track record to deliver key insights in a captivating way, to give your team the right tools for selling in today's tough marketplace. Enter Victor Antonio, experienced executive, innovative thinker, compelling speaker. He's ready to deliver the message you need your people to hear. Not with a canned speech, but a customized, dynamic keynote designed to deliver results. Bring Victor Antonio to your next event before the competition does. Go to www.victorantonio.com for more information.